Yes, boys and girls, welcome back. We're in the garage, and yes, it is time for some more tinkering. And today we're going to try and work out how we get more air into the bike. So let's go. So yeah, look at that. That is the air filter, okay? It's down there, it's in this gap. Air's got to go through here, and air's got to go through here. You can just about catch it there, down there. We're going to try and find a way to see if we can get some more air into this. So as usual, over to the bench. Yes, you guessed it. Sprint filter, official Ducati supplier. So let's open this up. Yes, look at that. Here we have it. The Sprint filter. It's quite wide, isn't it? But it's quite narrow. So yeah, this cost me €76. And what I've done is I've just ordered the Sprint filter that fits the Street Fighter V2, the Monster V2. It's all the same. It's the same engine, so the stuff behind it should be the same. And what I've done is I've actually watched some videos from It's Me, Eric B. He's done this install on his Street Fighter V2. So I'll hopefully follow some of his guide and we can try and work out how we get that air filter in there. And if that isn't enough, there's a little Brucey bonus. I've got this air filter housing cover that fits on the bike. I've got this from a Street Fighter V2, like on eBay, like a salvage one. Obviously some bikes had an accident. And I was thinking maybe I could do an open air filter, so I could cut this all off. I've got some like metal gauze that I could just probably fit around it just to prevent shit getting into it. But yeah, I was thinking of fitting it and then obviously having an open airbox lid, because when I did the open airbox lid mod on the previous 698, it actually makes a big difference to the power. And you know what? It might actually make that bark and noise a lot more louder. So let's work out how we get the OEM shit off. Then we can work out how we chop this up, and then we can see if we can fit it all. Let's MacGyver this shit. Filming might be a bit awkward in it, but I'll try my best. First, I think you got to undo that one, and then that one at the back, which is this little plastic cover that comes off, which then should expose. See, look, there's another one at the back. Should expose some more. I don't know whether it's all three, but what I can access, I'll take that off on that side. And there's three on this side as well, obviously. You just need to move that hose and you can see that. So let's get all them three off and then see where we're at. Okay, so this is something that I found out afterwards, but what you got to get to, you can't take this piece out because there's two more. There's one there and there's one there at the back. So obviously I've already gone ahead, so you can see that those two there match up with them. So they're a bit awkward to get to, but once you got them two off, it's fine, because on the other side, this side will just come out because they're sort of like connected together, like they're wrapped around this centerpiece, the stem. Once you got that, you can get both of them out. Okay, next thing to do is disconnect this plug, disconnect this one from that rectifier. It's a bit of a big dirty plug. Give it a little wedge, and it looks like we've got to disconnect this thing and see if we can get this whole cover off. So this is what you should get to. I've just zip tied these two plugs out the way, and these two I'm just going to put down here. You still got the rectifier on there. I think we're probably going to have to loosen this nut and the other nut on the other side, get this off. I don't think there's enough clearance to get this out because I think it comes out this way, so let's take that off. The regulator is out. Careful of those two, that black thing, the bottom one, the blue one has fallen off, but I've got it. But yeah, look, here's the regulator, get that off. And now, hopefully try and slide that cover away. Yay, look at that. There it's off. It literally comes out, shuffle, 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 twist, 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 shuffle, and it comes away. There will be this little black brackets left behind, but just remember to grab that because I think that's what they go onto to keep the regulator in place. But look, you can actually pull the air filter out now. Grab this out. Let's grab this. Look at that, nice and easy. Oh, you can even see down there. That looks quite filthy, isn't it, for bloody 1,000 miles or 1,400 miles I've done. So yeah, that seems quite filthy, doesn't it? Right, quick check, side by side. They look the same size. As they look. Cool. So that should go on, no problem. Get that on. That's the easy bit anyway. Look at that, just goes straight in, and it's sort of like sits in there in that little space. It's not popped in or clipped in or anything, it just sits there. So right, two lids side by side. So this is the one from the Hyper that's come. I've just put that bracket back on to give it a look. And obviously you've got these two pieces where that would go in that hole. Okay, so not too worried about that. I might actually leave those two side pieces off because I don't see the point. What do they do? The wires are all there, the plugs are all there. It's not really collecting anything, everything's exposed. So the only thing would be the rectifier regulator thing. So that sits there, but because let me just show you the plug on the bike. That plug is there, so if I just put a box over the top, I've got all this space here. So I could just plug it in and then find somewhere to zip tie through those holes. I don't need to create something. These can all plug back in, and I can just zip tie them there again, as long as there's space. So that might work. You're just sorting the wires out. They are fine. They are fine. I might just see if I can just chop this cover off, put the grill and gauze behind it, seal it in, and see what happens. Let's try that. Right, look at that. Bit of a clean cut, if I do say so myself. Got this completely chopped out. So that is going to be the open. And then what I need to do is get some of this roll, this mesh, somehow work out how to put it on the inside of this. And obviously this would then sit over the air filter. This would then sit over the air filter that's on the bike. You see there's these little lips that these clip into. So it's pretty much should sit nice and flush when it goes in. But yeah, let's get this, work out how to get this on that. I think something like that might work over the top. So I've just literally just used a screwdriver, put a little template all the way around. If I just pick the air filter up and try it underneath, something like that, I should be able to hold it down or screw it down or screw and glue or something. But yeah, let's think of something. Let's get this done. There we have it, my final DIY job. I just got some screws and screwed it in, and I just quickly give them a little lick of black spray so they don't stick out, and just quickly check to see if it goes on the filter. Yeah, look at that, fit nicely on the Sprint. Wicked. Right, let's get this in the bike. Right, I've just pushed it in. You literally put it in at an angle and just shuffle it along, persuade it a little bit, and then obviously you can put them flush, they can go back in there, that's fine. And you need to do the same on the other side, and then we work out what we do with all this shit, because I want to try and leave this all open if I can. Right, it's a bit hard to tell, but I try my best. You see, look, you've got that hole there, and there's another one just to the left of it, which you can see there, where I've just got the zip tie. So I've got two zip ties going in and out. Just feed it up with a little hook, and then I'll use that to zip tie them and the rectifier down, so at least they won't rattle and move out the way. Whew. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is it. So I've zipped these together. I've got some white zip ties, some heavy duty ones, because there's some holes there. That's the regulator zipped together. And then on this tie, it's just sitting there, and I've zip tied some of these together. Can't really do much with them, but it should be okay. And in terms of looking down here, nothing catches, it still locks. Same as here, nothing catches, still goes lock to lock. So yeah, man, I think we're done. Right, let's see if the bad boy starts. Well, hey, that's a good sign. Oh, can you hear that? It's a different, deeper sound. Woo! Yeah, man, there's like a deeper little bark. Hey, at least this thing lets you rev all the way to the end. I didn't know that. Right, I think it's time to get over to Kev and Projects, get it on the dyno, and see what this mod now makes in terms of power. Up from the 112 that it was before, totally stock. Let's see what this does. Right, we're at Projects. Get it on the dyno, do some proper testing to see what it's like. I might be able to overlay the previous graph. So let's see what it does. So we've got 114, 115, 112 is the original one, and yeah, so 3 horsepower gain in the middle, and there is 3 horsepower at the top, and there's still more at the top, and that is from the air filter. You had some famous last words, Kev. You said air filter ain't gonna make a difference.
No, the air filter might not, but somebody else cut a massive hole in it as well.
We're not gonna tell them that. So there we have it, boys and girls. Proof is in the pudding. Scientific experiment, and air filter is working and creating more power. And you know what? I'm riding home, just that little stretch of it makes a nice little bark now, and it is a bit like it wants to go. It's a bit more sharper. It's a bit more, I don't want to say faster, but it's a bit more drama. And obviously the figures are showing that with a bit of extra horsepower and a bit of extra foot-pound of torque. So yeah, man, if you got the Sprint, get the filter fitted. And if you can be bothered to chop it up like me for that little bit extra, get that done as well. So that concludes this one. But yeah, you know what to do, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, tell me your thoughts. Loving all the support on the Hypermotard V2. And fingers crossed, we should be chopping that exhaust soon. So stay tuned and I'll catch you in the next one.